Today on America's Court with Judge Ross.
Why would anyone other than you hit him over something about your grandmother?
I mean, all I can tell you, it wasn't me, but we got video.
Let's take a look.
Look at how the registrar used the time.
The whole purpose behind law is to right wrong. I want justice to be something that isn't this foreign concept.
Justice knows no boundaries. The truth will be heard. Fair, firm, compassionate. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Shane Hook is suing Robert Jones in the amount of $600. Mr. Hook is suing Mr. Jones for punching him in the face. Mr. Jones claims he was not the person who punched the plaintiff.
All rise. Remain standing and come to order. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Kevin Ross presiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
All parties have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Deputy Thomas. This was a rap battle gone bad.
Very bad.
Very bad.
Very bad.
What was the deal here, guys? What happened?
Well, it all started, Your Honor. I'm an MC out of Bakersfield. Not many MCs come out of Bakersfield, so everywhere I go, I'm the underdog.
Had you ever met this gentleman before?
I met him the pre-party of the rap competition we were at.
So there was a pre-party, and at the pre-party, that's when the two of you met.
Yes.
Obviously, the person who wins gets the trophy.
Yes, Your Honor.
What was the amount of money? Because it was money and the trophy.
Yes.
He got knocked out for
It was
being disrespectful.
$5,000.
It was $5,000.
$5,000 and the trophy.
And the doctor charged him
to the winner.
$600 to fix him.
And he's saying that you owe him $600 from the doctor.
Yes.
And someone knocked you out.
Multiple people.
Multiple people.
It wasn't a someone. It was multiple. It was
And
him
Mr. Jones was one of the people that you believe knocked you out?
Absolutely
Yes, Your
not,
Honor.
sir.
You're saying you did not put your hands on him.
I put no hands on this dude.
Absolutely.
He got knocked out. I saw him laying on the
My
ground.
question was real simple. I just needed to know if you were the person, where were you hit? Were you hit directly in the face?
I was hit directly in my face. It was about the third round of our battle.
Before we get to the battle,
Right.
you were injured and you saw this person hit you.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're saying it wasn't me.
I know it wasn't me.
All right.
I'm not just saying
Was
that. I
there
know it for
something
sure.
about when this occurred? Was it dark? So there's a question as to what you were seeing. Were you under the influence?
No, I
knocked out
saw
so
everything
fast
very well.
that he didn't know who
I
knocked
was
him out.
kill-
And so he automatically
I
blamed
was
me.
killing him in the battle, and he couldn't take it.
We're not
Apparently-
battling up in here.
Your Honor.
I didn't ask you a question. How did you know about this rap battle?
My friend told me about it. I was in Bakersfield. My friend told me about it. At the time, he said, hey, man, there's a battle
Where
event
did it take place?
in Dirty Jersey. Well, very dirty Jersey, as you can see what comes out.
Okay.
You're the one who's self-conscious about where you from.
Bro, you
can call
sensitive,
Dirty
man.
Jersey,
You
Dirty
sensitive.
Jersey.
The king
I'm
is-
from
the
there.
king
I'm the
is
king.
dirty.
I got the trophy. What are you talking about?
You're too sensitive, don't battle.
Ain't
Woosah.
nobody said nothing about Bakersfield.
If you're
Since
too
you came out
sensitive,
here, you
don't
talking about
battle.
I'm sad about being in
If you
Bakersfield.
no, you
Move.
sensitive. If you can't
Move.
take
You
it,
got
don't
plenty of
battle.
spots
If
in
you
Dirty
can't take
Jersey
it,
for
don't
you.
battle.
Are we done? Are we done? Did you get it all out?
We were done that night because I got the trophy right here. I don't know how
It was
somebody's
stolen
gonna come.
from me.
Are you done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
You went to this rap battle. It took place where?
In New Jersey. Your
In
Honor.
New Jersey. That's all you had to say. Not the dirty Jersey, and that's where he's from, and, you know, Judge, what? You know, I mean, come on. We don't need to do all that. So the battle was in New Jersey. You're from New Jersey.
Yes, sir.
All right. And I take it because you're from Jersey, you had the home crowd advantage. Fair
Yes.
enough?
Yes.
How many people were involved in the contest, Mr. Jones?
Like 10.
Okay, and how was it that everyone knew about this particular rap battle? Was it certain people that were selected based on their skills?
There was an email, and I guess the
Show me
people were
that. Yes,
selected.
please.
And
And did you have to pay some sort of fee to get involved in it, or you just show up because you had to get on a plane to do all this, right?
Yes, sir.
So you had out-of-pocket expenses.
I had to save for months for this battle.
Crush Me Battle Championship.
Yes.
It's freestyle. Don't copy someone else's work. Stay away from vulgar things. Nothing sexually explicit. It should be more funny. Okay, I get it. So they were like, be respectful. Make sure you're talking in English so we know what you're saying. These are merely guidelines in order to keep things civil. If you
Exactly.
decide not to follow any of these guidelines, we are not held responsible for any of the opposing party's actions. Lyrics that are rude, abusive, deemed unsuitable, you will be at risk of being disqualified.
But I was not.
All right.
I was on the
now,
ground.
I
That's what
take it
happened.
that since you gave me this and you highlighted this,
yes.
The inference there is he did things that were outside the guidelines. What is it that he did that was outside the guidelines?
The plaintiff referred to my grandmother doing some lewd acts, sexual acts.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But like I said, I've been in these things a dozen times.
But that,
didn't
I would
affect
imagine
me.
that would happen
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes
But-
people are doing it. I'm talking to him.
But I
And
brought
I
the
would
email
imagine
in
that
and saying
I'm
that
talking to you now.
because-
You're not
yes.
listening because you're focused on him. Eyes on Judge. I would imagine that this isn't the first time someone tries to get under your skin by saying something offensive about your mother, family member, your girl, whatever else. So if you're used to doing this, you wouldn't be fazed by that.
Like I said, I didn't hit him, but it might have been
did,
somebody from my
man.
crew.
Yes,
So I'm
you
looking
did.
out for them.
You're
All right?
being inconsistent right now.
Okay.
If you're making it a point to say you weren't fazed, but this is what it says, and you can't be held responsible, all those things are consistent with the fact that you were fazed by it, that you were pressed by it, that he got under your skin. What is it that you said that you think he was responding to? Did you say something foul about his grandmother?
I may have. I can't remember.
Don't say you may have, because either you did or you didn't. Did you say something foul about his grandmother?
I did, Your Honor.
Yes.
And later,
Did you tell them it was her fault?
Not initially.
Okay. Why wouldn't you tell the insurance company? Because if it's not her fault, then it's your fault.
closed captioning provided by This is America's Court with Judge Ross. We're back with the case of Shane Hook, who is suing Robert Jones for medical expenses.
When you said something foul about his grandmother and it had a sexual innuendo to it, did he respond to that?
Yes, he did.
And
Him
how
his
did he
crew.
respond to that?
Him and his crew, they sucker punched me. All of them punched me in my face.
While
Next
you're
thing-
on stage doing this?
group.
While
punch
I'm
you
on
in the
stage,
face.
in the middle of my round,
All
I
right.
get sucker punched by
And
him
you
and
said
his crew.
his crew.
Yes.
There was this gentleman and how many other people with him?
At least two other people that I
At
know
least
of.
two other people. If there are a total of 10 rappers battling?
How it's set up is there's rappers that get chosen, and the promoters, they choose who they go up against.
Right.
So for each battle, you know, say
There's
so-and-so-
only one trophy. How did we get to the final two rappers?
The contestants knock each other out by winning the battles.
Right.
Right.
And ultimately, you're down to the last two.
Yes.
Exactly.
You two were the last two. Yes?
Yes.
And whoever won between the two of you would win the trophy. Yes?
Your Honor.
Yes.
Yes, Your
And the $5,000.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. Okay. And what proximity are you to his person as he's doing his thing?
Oh, we're very close. We're within
Are you
face
as
to
close
face.
as the two of you
Face
are
to
right
face.
now?
We're
face
like
to
pretty
face.
much face to face.
Oh, the two of you are face to face.
Pretty
I can
much.
smell
Yes.
his
So
breath.
you're talking, and then he's sitting there listening, and then you go back and forth. Got it. At the end of the 3 rounds, you finished the 3rd round.
I never got to finish because I got sucker punched by him and his
In the
crew
middle
before I
of
got
your
to-
3rd round,
Yes,
you
Your
mentioned
Honor.
something offensive about his grandmother, and then someone hit you as soon as you said that.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Why would anyone other than you hit him over something about your grandmother?
I don't know, but that's what happened.
All right.
I mean, all I can tell you, it wasn't me, but we got video.
All right.
So, I mean, that don't lie.
you brought the video to
Real
court.
tough.
Yes.
All right.
It's downloaded in your computer.
All right. Let's take a look.
But the teeth was the problem. They was leaning to the left, so I had to solve. She was looking kind of ratchet, so I used the time.
See? I was one of the last people to get down there.
That was interesting.
Very interesting.
You made the statement that this gentleman hit you.
He did, Your Honor.
I'm looking at the video. I saw another gentleman on the side of him swing at you. And then you went to the ground.
But it might not have been him who threw the first punch, but I saw his arm raise, and I was just waiting on everything clear. Once everything cleared out, the promoter helped me to my feet, and he announced that he was shutting the event
How
down.
is it that he ends up with the trophy?
The promoter
He
gave me the
stole
trophy.
it.
The promoter gave you the trophy.
I got it the night of the
Well,
rap
if he stole it from the promoter, I would imagine the promoter would say, "Give me back the trophy."
That's why I'm here.
Do
I
you have
want
proof
what's
from the
mine.
promoter saying he stole it and he doesn't deserve it? Do you have that?
No, Your Honor.
That's a no. And the $600, what's the monies for those?
It's for
expenses.
as I was being helped up by the promoter, my friend came over. He noticed I was bleeding out of my eyebrow.
You have proof of your injuries?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Jones, somebody that you know hit this man. Your eyebrow required stitching because that's where you got smacked.
Yes, Your Honor.
The question is, you're not suing the person who actually hit you. You're suing him through the association.
He got his feelings hurt.
You
So-
know, my feelings hurt. That's why I got punched.
The gavel comes down in favor of the defendant. The injury that you sustained was from someone else. Now, had there been any evidence that the person was egged on by him to do something, that's a whole different thing. You can't sustain your burden as to this gentleman, sir. Your matter is dismissed. Case closed.
All rise.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
I'm happy the way the judge ruled, and I'm going to continue to rap and do what I was doing before this.
It's unfortunate that my lyrics bring out the worst in people and they get to take what's mine, but it don't matter. I'm going to keep doing me and I'm going to keep repping Bakersfield.
And coming up on America's Court with Judge Ross.
Your actions reflect someone who caused the collision.
No, I just felt like I was trying to be a good friend.
Closed captioning provided by. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Guadalupe Giampiccolo is suing Friedman West in the amount of $2,900. Ms. Giampiccolo claims Mr. West hit her car. Mr. West claims the plaintiff is at fault.
All rise. Remain standing and come to order. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Kevin Ross presiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
All parties have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Deputy Thomas. Ms. Guadalupe, let's talk about this car accident. What happened?
I'm here today because Mr. West crashed into my car in the parking garage.
And you sustained damage to the tune of $2,900.
Yes.
Sir, were you in a vehicle as well?
Yes, I was.
You're disputing that you were the cause of the collision.
Definitely.
You're not suing her.
No.
Why is that?
You know, we were friends for about 8 years, so I really don't understand why we're actually even here.
But my question is, if she caused damage to your vehicle, why wouldn't you countersue her?
I didn't feel it was that serious. Like, this was a close friend.
Do you have insurance?
I absolutely do.
Did you have to pay a deductible?
I did.
How much did you have to pay in deductible costs?
It's about $250.
All right. Normally, when you get into a collision, the insurance company will say what happened, who
Right.
was at fault, who was in the car, which way were you going, how fast were you going. They go through a series of questions to ascertain who's at fault, correct?
Yes.
Did you tell them it was her fault?
Not initially.
Okay. Why wouldn't you tell the insurance company?
Because Guadalupe didn't have any insurance at the time of the accident.
All right. You were driving without insurance.
I was in between insurance at that time.
You were driving without insurance.
Yes, but
Yes.
I didn't cause the accident.
I'm not talking about whether you caused it. I'm saying by law, you're supposed to have insurance when you operate a vehicle.
I know.
Right. So you're saying, I didn't cause the accident. Pay me the $2,900.
Correct.
You're saying it's his fault.
Yeah,
You're
absolutely.
saying it's her fault.
Right.
You have insurance. You were doing the right thing.
Yes.
You didn't want to tell the insurance company what really happened. I find that suspect. Because if anything, what it establishes is you caused the accident.
I was backing up, and I mean, my
Way
speed
too
was not
fast.
fast enough to, I mean, you can only back
So
up so
you
fast.
all collided because you were backing up and you were passing him?
Yeah.
All right. I see we have a board here. You're going to show me how that actually played out?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that.
He was backing out like this.
Now, you know what I'm finding? You
And I
got
was
this
backing up
whole big board, and you are writing in one little corner of this board here.
All right.
Come on, well, you got the whole thing.
that's how
boy.
minute
Thank
the
you.
accident
He was
was.
backing out like this,
understand.
and I was coming up like this. And he was way too fast, otherwise I would have stopped.
So as you were coming towards him, he's backing up and hit you.
Yeah.
All right. You want to show me something
I
different?
would love to.
Show me. Do we have a different color for him? Use
Okay.
black to show me what you recall happened.
Okay, so ultimately, this is wrong. Like, that is
I
not
didn't
even what
ask you
happened.
to do anything other than
You know,
tell me what you remember.
Okay, so this is what I remember. I am trying to back out here. You could only be speeding if you were going to hit into the back of my car.
I don't need
at
you
that
to
angle.
narrate what's going on with her. What do you recall happening? As you're backing
I
up,
recall backing up and hearing an argument with them, so I know she wasn't paying attention, and she hit the back of my car.
You are killing me. You are killing me. All I'm asking you for the third time
Okay.
is to tell me what happened.
I was backing up, and I was hit.
Are there any damages, pictures, proof of what
Yes.
actually took place?
You can go back to
All
your
right.
podium, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Once the cars collided, were you in the car by yourself?
Yes, I was.
Were you in the car by
No,
yourself?
my boyfriend was in
Your boyfriend. Is this the gentleman here?
Mm-hmm.
Sir, step forward. And you are, sir?
Nobody.
Coming up on America's Court.
I'm trying to understand this. You want $3,000. He has insurance. The insurance company would cover that amount.
Closed captioning provided by. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. We're back with the case of Guadalupe Gianpiccolo, who is suing Friedman West for property damage.
Based on what I'm seeing here, your vehicle looks more impacted than your vehicle. And you're saying that that's the $2,900 that I'm looking at here in terms of the estimate.
Yes.
This is your damage here, correct?
Yes.
All right. And in looking at that damage, the injury was more to the corner and side. And you're saying that you had this repaired and your insurance covered it.
Yes.
Got it. Apparently, you all had a relationship before this. You were friends.
We were best friends. Yes.
How long have you been friends?
We've been best friends for about 8 years.
Is that true?
That's true.
He's put most of the strain on our friendship.
And how
so?
Period. I mean, like, even what he's doing now, like, I'm speaking to you and you're speaking to me, I don't, like, that doesn't work.
Well, it doesn't
But
work
that's,
for me
that's
either.
always
But
the
other
issue
than
that we
that,
have.
how is it that he's had an impact on
Because
your
I feel like
friendship
he's
with
in her head. When the initial accident happened, we were completely fine. Everything was good. She didn't have insurance, so I was like, it's cool. Like, we were gonna work it out. And her
How are you
boyfriend,
going to work it out?
like, we were gonna take care of our own damage ourselves. Because,
Is that
you know,
true, Ms. Guadalupe? Did
No,
you say,
I
I'll take care of it?
just had to.
I mean, you didn't have any insurance. What was your
Well, if
option?
you were in the car at the same time, Mr. Peterson was there as
Yeah,
well.
he was there.
Do you recall there being a conversation where you're just going to take care of it on your own?
He asked us for insurance, and like my girlfriend said, we didn't have insurance at the time, and he kind of stormed off.
Got it. Who is this person?
This is my boyfriend, Bradley.
Sir, come on up. Bradley, what's your last name?
Minx.
And why is he here?
We were in the elevator while Mr. Peterson was in the elevator with us, with Guadalupe, and he began to verbally attack us.
Was there any conversation in the elevator as it pertains to the vehicles? And what was the conversation in the elevator, sir?
I was upset that they went to the insurance company.
I'm trying to understand this. You want $3,000. He has insurance. The insurance company would cover that amount. Why wouldn't you want him to contact the insurance so you get the money?
And I'm not sure how this works.
So you don't even know why you're here. Have a seat.
Judge Ross's verdict when America's Court returns. You're watching America's Court with Judge Ross. This is America's Court with Judge Ross.
I feel like we're not here for the actual collision itself.
I know
Altercation.
I'm here because of the collision.
I feel like there's more. There's more to this, and I feel like she brought me
Tell
here
me more,
to
because
make
otherwise
a
I'm ready
big
to
deal
roll.
out of this.
Your actions reflect someone who caused the collision. Why would you not want your insurance to cover it?
No, I just felt like I was trying to be a good friend in the
We're
situation.
not having a
you know?
dialogue right now. We're
That's
having
all.
a monologue.
Oh.
You will pay her $2,900. That is the order. Case closed.
All rise.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $2,900.
I'm really happy about how this case concluded because we were in the right and we won.
I'm absolutely unhappy with how the case turned out. I lost a good friend and I lost the case.
Follow America's Court on Facebook and Twitter. This has been a production of Entertainment